Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Sunday, September 14th, 2025. Well, after having almost no astrology yesterday, today we've got a lot of it. It's bang, 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 a lot of astrological aspects today, and the moon is making most of them. The sun today is at 22 degrees of practical and hyper-organized, often very critical, but generally service-oriented, very helpful Earth sign of Virgo. At least it wants to help. It gets to complain about it sometimes, but it wants to help. And the moon today is moving through the latter degrees of let's communicate and socialize, exercise our intellect, air sign of Gemini. So we've got green for Virgo and the powder blue for the sky blue of Gemini. Now, Mercury is Gemini's ruling planet, and the moon begins the day with a hard square, 90-degree angle to Mercury, which means communication could be a little fraught in the morning, but that does occur early, 5:17 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 8:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 1:17 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Moon at 22 degrees of Gemini in a hard square to Mercury, 22 degrees of Virgo. Shortly after that, the moon at 23 of Gemini makes a harmonious 60-degree sextile, smooth angle to Venus, planet of love and affection. This is nice, smooth energy, good for cuddling in the morning. 7:10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 10:10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 3:10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And then the moon makes at 24 degrees of Gemini a lovely trine, a nice flowing angle to Mars, a planet of energy and often passion. So this is what cuddling could come to. 8:41 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:41 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4:41 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It just gives us a lot of energy and oomph. That's a good thing. And then a couple of hours later, midday, the moon makes another harmonious sextile, 60-degree angle, this time to Chiron, called the wounded healer, at 25 degrees of Aries. This is another good aspect that's favorable for just kind of taking care of old issues. 11:06 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:06 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:06 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So far, so good. 4 hours later, the moon, as it's moving out of Gemini, makes a hard square, 90-degree angle to Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure. This is a little tougher. You want to be careful around this time. 3:46 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:46 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 11:46 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Hard things may come to pass, or there may be just like stuff you got to deal with that you wish you didn't have to around this time. Shortly after that, the moon does move into the ultra-sensitive water sign of Cancer. That occurs 5:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 1:30 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Almost immediately makes a hard square, 90-degree angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, at 1 degree of Aries, 7:13 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 10:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 3:13 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That's kind of a drowsy, dreamy, but not necessarily very clear sort of energy. And finally, we finish up with the moon in an awkward angle, 150-degree inconjunct angle to Pluto. Also at 1 degree, it's at 1 degree of Aquarius, 8:12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4:12 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So the evening looks a little shaky, so make sure that you're clear on what you want and what you're communicating in the evening. Generally, though, a very positive day. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. You're going to talk a lot today, so enjoy this day no matter what.